Next, we have to create a small, lightweight environment just to test the concepts here for network security. So we're going to make a multi-tier application. You can see here I've got 4 machines. I'm going to install some packages on each of these 4 machines. We're going to work our way backwards from the deepest point, which is the database server, and then we're going to do the Apache server, the PHP application server. Then we'll do the web server, and then finally the Bastion host. So let's start with the database server. I already have a connection to all of my systems opened in my PowerShell. I've got different tabs for each one. I color-coded these tabs, so hopefully it'll be obvious which one I'm in, and I also gave them some labels. So if you're curious which machine I'm in, through these videos, you can just look at these tabs at the top. So right now I'm in the SQL server. I'm going to go ahead and rename this one. I'm just going to call it SQL to keep it simple. So the first thing I need to do is install the database server. So the first thing I do is I use the su command so that I can get in as an admin. And I think I just put the wrong password in, so I have to try it again. Alright, so now that I have the hashtag as my prompt, I know that I'm logged in as root now. So now I can install the database server. The database that we're going to install is going to be MariaDB. So to install MariaDB, first thing we always want to do, make sure we have the server updated. So we're going to type apt update. That's going to update all the packages. It should run pretty quick. Now I'm going to go ahead and install the MariaDB server. So I'm going to type apt install MariaDB-server. And it should ask me if I want to install it. I'm going to say yes. And this will run for a little bit. Okay, once that finishes running, I'm going to connect to my MariaDB server using the MySQL command. Now normally you just type MySQL, hit enter, and you're in. And then I can type exit, and I'm out. I can also indicate exactly which server I want to connect to by using the -s switch, and then I can put in an IP address. I know that this server is 10.20.20.3, so I'll try to connect, and I'll see if that works. And it says unknown database at that IP address. And just to be sure, I'm going to come back over here and make sure I'm using the right one. So you can see SQL is on 10.20.20.3. Now I think I know what the problem is. We have to make sure we enable TCP access to this database. So using the vi command to edit a config file, we're going to edit etc, and I think it's going to be under MySQL. And then mariadb.conf.d/50-server.conf. So we're going to use vi to open that file. So you can see that path there. It's etc mysql mariadb.conf.d/50-server.cnf. When we open that up, the only line we need to change, if you scroll down to where the bind address is, we don't want it to bind specifically to 127.00.1. Instead, we just want it to bind to any valid IP address on the server. So I'm just going to put 0.0.0.0, and that should work for us. Just like before, when you make a change to a config file, you have to restart the service. So we're going to restart using the systemctl command. I'm going to restart MariaDB. Now if I use the up arrow, I'm just using the up arrow to bring back up the command. And it looks like I still can't connect to the database server. But I know that that should work. We're going to try it from another computer. We should be able to maybe use -p. Nope, it doesn't work. All right. So we're going to try to roll with this. We have MySQL installed. I'm just going to go ahead and log in straight to the server. And we have to run a few commands to create some user accounts. So this command basically is going to create a user account called admin. And it's going to, and the % that you see after that @ symbol means that admin can log in from any domain. It won't matter. So it's just pretty much an open account. Normally, this is not the most secure way to create a database server, but in this course, we don't really care about the applications and the servers themselves. We're mostly concerned about network security. So we're going to use network security to secure this database server, so we're not too worried about it being a little bit more open on the password side. So, and you can see I set my password to that string that you have in there. You could do something similar. You can use whatever you like. Just make sure you document what you set your database password to, because you're going to need it later on when we set up the next step. So you're just going to go ahead and run that command by hitting enter. Oh, it looks like I have a little syntax error here. So if I had to guess, I'd say that the quotation marks probably didn't paste correctly in here. Yep, I can tell. So sometimes when you copy and paste, things get changed, so I just need to change all these quotes to single quotes. Now it should work. There we go. So that worked. So now I know I have this generic user account, so I can go ahead and exit from my database, and that server has been set up.